think should be here.
This is me. My name is Artem, and I have just paid 5,500 euros to the cashier at a Greek bank for the purchase of an old yacht. This money will go to some suspicious Irish guy who sold it to us. A start straight out of a Guy Ritchie movie, isn't it? Who am I? And why am I buying a yacht in Greece? It's a long story which you can watch in my previous video. To make it simple, I'm a digital nomad who loves strange adventures. And this is my wife, Yana. She claims to love strange adventures with me, or at least she just says so. We are living in this camper right now, near Athens, in Greece. We've been traveling it for 3 years and have driven over 100,000 kilometers. For the last year and a half, we've been waiting for our digital nomad residency here. Greek bureaucracy is so slow that after a year and a half, we still don't have any approval. But no rejection either. That's right, 18 months already. This is us on the roof of our friends, Sasha and Dasha. Just like us, they are waiting for approval of the digital nomad residence in Greece. Sasha and Dasha are huge fans of yachting. They both earned their captain's licenses and, supposedly, completed storm training somewhere in Montenegro, but that's not certain. They gave us a taste of sailing life by taking us on a boat trip in the stormy winter Mediterranean. And almost drowned us in the process. We loved it so much that after wandering around Athens, searching for new ideas and adventures, we decided that living on a yacht for a while would be a perfect continuation of our adventures. So, we decided to buy a yacht for the 4 of us. After discussing all the nuances of this adventure, we started looking for the right boat on yacht websites. The only yacht in Greece that fit our budget and size requirements was a 36-foot Amel from 1972. It had been sitting idle for quite some time in the small town of Kalada on the Peloponnese. Here are a few pictures from the original brochure. Amel is a famous French shipyard, and its model Kirk became a classic, known for its stability and reliability. Amel Kirk is a mid-sized yacht, about 11 meters long. It's a good length for a yacht for 4 people, and everything would be perfect except for its width. Amel Kirk is a very narrow boat, so living conditions are pretty Spartan. I'll show you soon. Before buying it, it made sense to check it out, so we set off to Kilata, 180 kilometers from Athens on the Peloponnese, to see this shipbuilding masterpiece. Off we go to check the boat.
Now we are crossing the Corinth Canal. It's so extremely thin and high.
On the way from Athens to Peloponnese, you cross a cool spot, the Corinth Canal, built in the 19th century. It cuts through the narrowest part of the Peloponnese Peninsula, connecting the Aegean and Ionian Seas. The canal is 6 kilometers long but only 25 meters wide, so ships over 20 meters wide can't pass through. There was one exception. A liner managed to squeeze through with a width of 22.5 meters. Those who do make it through the canal save about 400 kilometers of sailing around the Peloponnese. The first attempts to dig the canal were made by the Corinthian tyrant back in the 7th century BC, but due to fears of a significant difference in sea levels, the plan was frozen for almost 26 centuries. They finally completed it in 1893. It looks really amazing, isn't it? Then, along the most beautiful roads of the Peloponnese, we drove to Kilata, where our potential new toy was waiting. The legendary vintage Amel Kirk. Obviously, this will require several months of hard refit work. None of us have any experience with that, so this is definitely an adventure. A key issue, though, is the condition of the engine. The Irishman, our seller, claims that the owner of the boat, an old Greek guy in his 90s who is a boat engine mechanic, has kept the engine in perfect condition. Well, we'll take his word for it, though I'm not sure how much we can trust the Irish. The good news is that the hull is in good condition. Back in the 70s, they built fiberglass hulls so thick that they're resistant to osmosis and impacts. The boat stands on the water, and it's dry inside. After the inspection, we were full of doubts. We did a lot of thinking. We'll have to strip almost everything down and rebuild it. Walking around boat docks, calculating the upcoming time and financial investments, and trying to figure out where to put the yacht for the refit, one of the marinas in Athens, or a dry dock. It was going to cost another 10,000 euros and several months of hard work. Were we really ready for this? Soon we will find out. Still deep in thought, we decided to visit one of the largest Greek islands, Avia, located just next to Athens. By chance, having parked in one of the marinas, we spotted another Amel Kirk, only bigger.
Amel is the only body which should actually be not against the osmosis, because they sucked it in. They sucked the fiber and the epoxy in with no air in it.
Uh-huh.
And it's a good idea to make a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So that's very good. Okay, come in. Bed. Exactly, that was a bed before as well.
Oh.
But we have the depth to put another fridge in here.
The owners, a German couple, had also bought their boat in rough shape and restored it to perfection. They showed us how everything is set up inside and out. They were so enthusiastic, telling us how lucky we were to find a Kirk with a good hull from that era, and that it was truly an exclusive deal.
Great.
How many meters?
So this part is original. This part is original.
Uli,
Yes.
what about next Sunday?
Next Sunday I'm sailing.
No, you're not sailing.
Yes, I'm
You're on the
sailing.
committee.
We were so impressed by their boat condition, their passion, and their lifestyle that we finally made our decision to confirm the purchase. Returning from our trip to Evia, we wired the money to the seller.